I have a message for President Trump. Number one, before I say this, let me just say, I'm always going to call things like I see it, whether they're good or bad. I happen to appreciate this president a great deal. I think he's doing a wonderful job. I think he's done an incredible job. I think he has the potential to turn America back to the greatness that we once had. I have no doubts about the fact that this is a president that loves America and desires to do so. But those three things he should have done. And let me just say this. I don't say it to be mean-spirited, but listen, Mr. President, you need to understand clearly, unwavering, steadfastly understand. In other words, don't go changing your mind. That the establishment of the Republican Party do not now, nor will they ever like you. They don't even like you a little bit. You need to understand that. Don't try to win some popularity contest with them because it ain't ever going to happen. You, and I praise God for it, you have changed the way Washington is doing business. See, you have changed the establishment's way of life and the way of doing business. And I am saying that they will continue to despise you for that. The royal elites of these Republican Party, I don't care what they say publicly about you, trust me, you have rocked their world, and they don't like it, and they're never going to like it. So, with that on your mind, let me just say, follow through with your instincts. I don't dare compare myself to you or any other multi-billionaire that has done very, very well in the business world. I'm an entrepreneur, used to be, started 10 or 12 companies, half of them very successful, half of them extreme failures. Started a ministry that, by the grace of God, has been wonderful. And I haven't written books about that. I haven't laid out my strategy for success. I haven't written a book that I called what was going to happen in 2008, even though I did, but I really didn't. I just was about the course of my business. I knew something was wrong 2007, and we didn't lose any money. But look, I do know this much. I have a great deal of respect, primarily for the failures in my life, that I respect my instincts. And sometimes I have to recommit myself to that every once in a while. Sometimes I have to say, you know what? The reason such and such isn't working out because you went back on your instincts. You've compromised your instincts. You were talked out of your instincts. You decided another avenue other than the instincts that you had about that. And it brings me back down to earth and say, just trust your instincts. I would say that your greatest asset, Mr. President, is your instincts. Your instincts. And when you make statements like the healthcare subsidy, it's ludicrous. They're a private organization. If they can't survive, go out of business, I'm cutting the subsidy. That was a business instinct that is desperately needed in Washington. You should have done it. When you say, wait a minute, The government is passing laws that only pertains to the people but not themselves. That is wrong. The $12,000 a year subsidy that these members of Congress are getting for health care, no, I don't think so. That's it. They got to do everything. They want better health care? Go to the exchange and get something Obamacare if that's what they want. But whatever. But we're not subsidizing anything so they can have some sort of Cadillac plan. That's not right. You should have trusted your instincts. You should have done it. The individual mandate, wait a minute, we're forcing the American people that they've got to take a government-supplied insurance company, even though they don't want it, they don't need it. If they're 28 years old, they're in perfect health, and they feel like they got to spend money for insurance that they don't need, why should they do that? And we're taking away their freedom of choice because, and the freedoms in America because the government is mandating they've got to do something. I'm not going to do that anymore. It's not right. It's not constitutional. There is no individual mandate. I am not going to tell a small business owner that, oh, I'm sorry, small business owner, you should have never grown your company. You should have never grown to that 51st employee. Why did you ever do that? You should have just stayed in your own little world and plugged along and tried to make a decent living. But the mistake you made, Mr. Small Business Owner, was that you decided that you were going to grow. You decided that you were going to spend money to grow. You decided that you were going to maybe do something innovative. Maybe you were just going to expand by buying a few more trucks or a few more computers or whatever it might be. And unfortunately, that growth has caused you to hire a 51st employee, and now you fall under a mandate of supplying that insurance to all your employees. That's wrong. I'm taking it away. Should have followed your instincts, and we would have a different scenario today in the Republican Party and all this bickering and garbage that is going on to keep them from having the abilities or will to do anything legislatively because they would be afraid of your next move. That's where you've got to get them to. And I would strongly suggest that you get back to that.